Hi everybody, hope you guys are doing well today. Welcome back to my channel, my personal channel. So today there is a full strawberry moon going on right now, and it's nighttime. It's almost midnight, and today was very intense in terms of like energy. Like a lot of people, there was a lot of kind of like noise and busy stuff going on in my neighborhood, and cars honking at each other, beeping at each other, and all that. And that is kind of expected with full moon kind of energy. Like a lot of emotions are intensified even more than other periods during the year. So there's been a lot of like noise. It's nighttime now, but in the daytime there was a lot of noise and a lot of people walking around. It was really busy, and it didn't really bother me, but it was just because like I'm used to it. I live in a city, but it was just kind of interesting, like hearing all the like emotional outbursts from people and screaming and shouting. Because usually my neighborhood can be a bit quiet, like earlier in the week. It's usually quiet earlier in the week, and then because there's lots of families and all that. But then later on, it gets a bit later on in the week it gets more lively, but with the whole full moon energy and the emotions being intensified and all that, it can lead people to do reckless things sometimes, because if they're not aware of the current energy happening, they can get into conflict with each other. They can get into arguments more easily. Like there's more tension and all that, because the moon can really affect our whole kind of vibe and aura, and a lot of people don't realize that, but it does have a strong effect, especially on women, especially on females. That's why, you know, they say women's cycle is linked to the moon, and they kind of relate um, the menstruation cycle to the phases of the moon and all that. So the moon has a strong effect on us as individuals and our emotional state sometimes. And obviously, if you're taking care of your mental health and making sure you're staying healthy and you're exercising even your brain, like mentally, maybe that can involve reading, that can involve like playing certain kinds of memory games and all that, just to make sure your mental health is stable. That can help you out a lot during the full moon times, because like I said before, the energy is like, it's like a roller coaster, you know what I mean? And there's an eclipse too with this full moon. So yeah, you have to be aware of what's going on around you, because if you yourself might be okay like with the energy and with dealing and overcoming obstacles, but people around you might not necessarily be okay like that. So that's why they say, a lot of murders and killings happen during full moons. Like a lot of kind of disruptions and arguments happen, but that can also lead to escalations, because if you're not in control of your emotions, your emotional state, and you're being really reckless, that can create conflict and drama with people and between people, basically. So yeah, anyway, and since emotions are intensified and all that, like and recklessness and stuff is really high during these times, people get into like, sometimes people have relationships with others like on the spur of a moment, like, and they don't even know the person. So it's kind of like this energy is kind of chaotic and unbalanced, and it might lead you to do things you've never done before, and that can be a bad thing, it can be a good thing. I guess it depends on your lifestyle and what you're going for and what you want to experience here on earth. Like everyone has their own kind of lifestyle, so I can't really preach on what people should do with their lives, but like that's a very personal thing for individuals. But yeah, so some people, like when it comes to like romantic relationships and all that, they can get really passionate during full moon. Since the energy is very intense, they can get really passionate during full moon times, and like full on, the mood, the energy, the vibes are intensified, and that makes the connection that you have with someone else, your partner or whoever, your boyfriend, girlfriend, that makes the connection really intense and really like passionate and amazing, like out of this world. So it could be bad, like it could you can look at the negative and see it, like the bad side of it, where you might get into an argument with your partner or your spouse, or you can see the good side of it, which is like really intense connection, really intense love making and partnership, and like um, deep feelings and deep kind of emotions come out that you share with your partner, and which brings you two together and um, gives you a deeper understanding of the other person. So yeah. So yeah, this video, like, I'm not editing it heavily or anything, and this is just me, raw, unfiltered, I guess. But sometimes I just can't be bothered with doing a whole production and doing a whole kind of like theme and design and layout and all that. Sometimes I just want to do something just simple, you know what I mean? So I'm not really bothering with my camera and my equipment right now. This is just, like more intimate conversation or whatever you call it. Like like when you're at a sleepover and you're hanging out with your friends and you're just talking and chatting. Like, this is the kind of mood that I'm going for right now. But anyway, what I wanted to get into today is the possibility, or is it possible, to change your appearance with manifesting the law of attraction, subliminals, and magic, spell work. Is it possible for individuals to change their appearance with these techniques and these practices? Well, first of all, I just want to state this. There are skeptics when it comes to magic and spell work and law of attraction. There are people in between that believe some aspects of it, but they don't believe other aspects of it. Like, they might be into just manifesting, just law of attraction, but they don't want to have anything to do with spell work and magic, and they might have some feelings about it where they don't really like it. They feel like it's just easier, or it's more acceptable to go down the route of manifesting and law of attraction in the secret, because it doesn't really necessarily deal with shadows and shadow work and the heavy, gritty stuff that comes with spirituality. So there's people in between that are like, they like some parts of what I was just talking about. Like, they might just like spell work, or they might just like law of attraction, but then they don't like other parts of spirituality or spiritual occult teachings and things. And then there's the people that love all of this. There's people that believe in it. Their lifestyle involves spell work, manifesting, law of attraction, scripting, visualization, like everything under the sun. And so they would be down for anything, to do with manifesting, and whether it's to do with changing the appearance, or getting a new job, manifesting a new partner. So these people are into basically everything, right? So we have the skeptics that question everything, that don't really believe in spell work, that think it's all hocus pocus, like it's a lie, and they'll like fight you online about it, or they'll say, where are your sources and all that, and do you have any evidence? So these people, they're just skeptics. They're not necessarily going to be interested in this. They're not going to, even if you give them a million sources and say that ancient cultures and people practice these techniques, they're not even new techniques. What I'm talking about is not anything new. Ancient cultures practice this, back in the days of Kemet and all that. So what I'm talking about is not anything new under the sun, because a lot of these techniques have been passed down generation to generation. Some of them were lost, or some of them were kind of not lost but suppressed because of religion, because religion tried to stamp it out, and also because of colonization. Certain cultures, they were forced to convert to Christianity and all that. So yeah, so for the skeptics and all that, obviously, certain things I say, you might not believe in it and all that, but that's okay, because I don't feel the need to convince anyone. What works for certain people works for them, and if they believe in it and they like it, more power to them. You know what I'm saying? I have been there, like I have been the skeptic. I am the skeptic sometimes when it comes to certain things, even in terms of spirituality, but I do not let my skepticism deter me from achieving things, because if I focus too much on the negative, it takes away time from me accomplishing certain goals and certain things. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather be a bit more productive with my time. Yes, be skeptical and look at different sources and all that, but not let it have so much power and control in my life, and cloud what I'm trying to do, or block me from achieving certain things. But anyway, so when it comes to changing your appearance, yes, it is definitely possible, and there are numerous techniques, and I'm going to get into various techniques you can do, you can use to change your appearance. And some of these I'm sure you've heard of, and I want to also talk about what's worked for me personally, because everyone's different, right? The first technique I used was probably makeup. So believe it or not, makeup, some people would say, in terms of spirituality, like if they were to give a definition for it, they'd say something like shape shifting. And I know there's a lot of stigma attached to that and whatnot. Oh, shape shifting and reptilians and blah 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 blah. But when it comes to makeup, basically, makeup enhances your natural beauty, and it can also change. You can also use makeup to change your beauty a bit, or change how you look, like compared to your natural face. So that is a form of alchemy, because you're taking something and you're changing it into something else, and you'll get different reactions from people, and different kind of you'll have a different kind of image to you. So that is a form of spell work or magic, believe it or not, and alchemy, because you're taking your original self and you're transforming it. You know what I'm saying? And transforming things is like a practice of alchemy, and is a practice of many spiritual religions. So yes, makeup is, that's the obvious one, right? That's the one that we all use. Everyone wears makeup from time to time. Even certain products we use on our body and our skin changing our avatar self, our clothing, our aesthetic, our nails, all of that is like alchemy, and because you're taking something and you're changing it. Yeah, so that's the obvious one. After that, when I started to get into spirituality, which was a few years ago, I found that listening to subliminals really helped. I created my own subliminals for myself. And also you can see my subliminals on Dark Rose Subliminals. But so listening to certain subliminals, like with specific goals and objectives when it comes to beauty. So one of them could be for weight loss, one of it could be for toning your body, one of the subliminals could be for looking more sexy, one of the subliminals could be for looking more like a classic beauty, and when I say classic beauty, I mean a star, like a vintage star from the 50s and 60s. So they have different subliminals catered towards specific goals and objectives, because we as individuals have our own goals and objectives that we want to achieve, right? So what I want is not necessarily what my cousin is gonna want, and my best friend is gonna want. So when it comes to beauty and all that, beauty is very personal as well, you know what I mean? So that's why people create all kinds of subliminals. Even myself, I create all kinds of subliminals. Even in terms of beauty, I have like, I'm gonna be creating more like when I have time, but I love creating different types of subliminals because I know that I like variety in life and I like to spice things up and I like to change my look. So because I like to change my look a lot, you know, I have some, I guess it's because I have Aquarius and Pisces in my birth chart, so I like to change my look a lot. And because of that, I do like to listen to different types of beauty subliminals because I don't want to look the same all the time. And if I'm always listening to the same subliminal constantly, then nothing's going to change, or it's not going to inspire me and motivate me to change my look up a bit. So I try to listen to different types of subliminals to help me achieve certain goals. Like in terms of beauty, I also listen to different types of subliminals for other things, for other goals, but I'm mainly talking about beauty right now. So, besides subliminals, I just want to say, like, never doubt and never question the power of your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is extremely powerful, and advertisers know this. Your government knows this. Your directors and TV producers know this. So they don't want to tell you, but like your subconscious mind is extremely powerful, and the way to keep people in the dark is to dismiss it and say, oh, like that's all mumbo jumbo. Meanwhile, these people behind closed doors know exactly what I'm talking about. They know exactly what I'm talking about. That's why when they wake up in the morning, they wake up at like 5 a.m. and they read certain affirmations out loud to themselves and they go for a run. You know, they're like millionaires and all that. But some millionaires don't necessarily want to share this information with people because they feel like some of them are selfish and some of them just they know some people are natural skeptics. Like I was just saying earlier, like some people are natural they like to shoot down ideas and say, oh well, where's your evidence and all that, and beat people down like that. So but the thing is though, if you want to achieve and accomplish certain goals in life, you can't be always second guessing yourself and questioning yourself. Even in terms of manifesting, you have to speak it into existence and you have to be confident about what you want. You can't really question and say, oh, can I please, or I might, and maybe. You can't use those words. You have to say, I will, I'm going to have this, I'm going to achieve this, this is going to change. I feel my body transforming. I feel myself transforming into beautiful 1950s starlet Marilyn Monroe, you know, like something like that. So you have to be really confident and really, you can't, if you're around people that are negative all the time and just too much negative energy, and they're not happy for you. If you're achieving something, if you're doing well at something, they're not happy for you. They're like, you tell them, oh, I did this, and you know, if you're around people like and they're not really happy for your success and all that, you shouldn't be around those people because they're not going to help you when it comes to manifesting, when it comes to law of attraction, even in terms of beauty. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of females might have a problem with you if you're, even men, you know, I can't just even stereotype all females because sometimes men can be like, oh, you don't need to wear makeup, oh, you look fine, you know, like do whatever makes you happy. Stop asking everyone, stop questioning, just do what you feel is right, because what you feel is right is the best for you. Stop looking to everyone, asking their opinion, you know what I'm saying? Because if you do that, it kind of can block a lot of your success, and can actually block since you're seeking so much outward approval from others, like, and it might not just be one person. You might be seeking approval from like a group of people and all that. That puts a strain on your whole achievement and actually like that puts a strain on you actually achieving what you want to achieve, because you can't be questioning yourself like 24/7 when it comes to manifesting and when it comes to changing your appearance. You have to be sure about what you want and be like, this is what I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's so easy. Like with subliminals, you know, you just put on your earphones, you listen to subliminal, and it's like all the affirmations coming to you constantly, constantly. Speaking it out loud is also good as well, like speaking it into existence. Words are powerful, words are spells. Words are spells, chanting and all that is very powerful. That's why you see movies, these leaders, like if you watch certain movies and TV shows and you see the leader come up, when you see people public speaking and talking about certain things, they're chanting, you know, words are spells, and a lot of people have this kind of charisma and this energy to them that's very attractive. And like comedians, a lot of comedians have this where they basically don't give a shit and they say whatever the hell they want and they have no filter, and that's very appealing and attractive to a majority, like to everybody. It's very appealing and attractive to everyone because they basically don't give a shit. They're having a laugh. They're seeing all the fun aspects of life. So words are spells, and words can captivate people. Words can entice and attract people. So when you speak things into existence, when you speak, I am going to be slim today. I'm going to be slim and toned and fit forever. You know, when you say things like that, you're speaking it into existence and you're not questioning yourself. And you say things like, my skin is flawless. I have flawless skin. I always have flawless skin. My pores are tight. My pores are tiny. I never get any blemishes. You know, you can speak things into existence and be confident and be sure with yourself that this is it. Like, this is what I'm going to do. You know, wake up in the morning, or you can say it before you go to sleep, whatever works, right? Some people like to listen to subliminal music and subliminal affirmations before they go to sleep and let it sink into their subconscious that way. So yeah, subliminals are a very good way, and speaking it into existence is a very good way. Another good way, another technique to achieving change, another technique you can use is scripting. So when you write down what you want to achieve, what you want to accomplish, what you want to manifest, in terms of beauty as well. Like people use scripting for relationships. They use scripting to get a new job. They use scripting to get more money, more finance, and support for their business. So you can use scripting for beauty as well. Like, I have strong, healthy red hair. Like some people want to change their hair. Or I have strong, voluminous hair, thick hair. You can say things like that. You can also say, my nails are long, strong, and healthy. Your nails are long, strong, and healthy. I grow long, strong, healthy nails. Write it down, whatever it is you want to achieve. I don't personally know what you want to achieve, but you will know for yourself what you want, and you can write that down and keep on writing the same thing down. Like, repeat it. Repetition is good when it comes to manifesting and spell work. That's why when I say chants, when I was talking about chanting, you're repeating your intentions, you're repeating your goals and dreams, you're repeating it out loud, and then you can repeat it on the paper when you're writing it down. Repeat, keep on writing it, because when you keep on chanting, you keep on writing and all that, it's basically helping you transform. It's helping you transform. It's also helping you achieve things faster, because it's not just like you write it down and then you go off and do your schoolwork, or you cook and all that, and then you forget about it. No, when you keep on repeating it, it sinks in more. You don't, and you remember it more. You remember it. Your mind remembers it more. The mind is amazing. We are capable of remembering all kinds of things, and certain little incidents and things can trigger us to remember things that we never thought we would remember. So the last thing, the last technique is spell work. Now, there's numerous spells you can use to change your appearance. One of the most popular spells out there is the Aphrodite beauty spell or the Venus spell, because those goddesses are associated with beauty, love, and romance, and all things feminine. You know, Venus is a feminine sign and all that, so, or is the sign that rules beauty. So when you work with Venus, that energy and that goddess and all that, you can transform yourself through that energy to whatever kind of beauty you want to achieve. And depending on your spiritual practice and your spiritual religion, your spiritual beliefs, whatever you're initiated in, there's spell work associated with those specific spiritual religions or spiritual communities. There's spell work associated with that. Basically, you can use the natural kind of elements like herbs and all that in your beauty spell, or you can do like candle work, candle magic to change your beauty. You can write what you want, what kind of beauty you want to achieve down on your paper, and then you get your candle with your paper. You can fold the paper towards you, hold it, burn it, and the flames and all that, the fire will make it manifest and happen faster. Let it go into the ether. Let your intention and your energy go into the ether. You can also visualize. Get a mirror or close your eyes and visualize yourself transforming into that beauty. So, like I said, spell work and all that, but I was just talking about the mirror. One sec. So with the mirror, you look at yourself in the mirror, look at yourself directly, and you envision yourself transforming into whatever look you want to achieve. See, that's the thing with makeup, you know. When we're doing our makeup, we are transforming ourselves. We are shape-shifting. You know, a lot of people like to say, oh, reptilians and blah, 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 and shape-shifting. Oh my God. Like, people, like, the majority of females and all that might already be shapeshifters and you don't even know. Or maybe you do know, but if you didn't know, now you know, because makeup and all that is shape-shifting in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, people can drastically change their appearance and their look with makeup. So you know what I mean? So besides like cosmetic surgery and all that, a lot of people don't want to go down that route. Yeah, so there's numerous techniques you can use to change your appearance. There's numerous spells and options out there available. Don't feel that you have to just do one thing, one method, and oh, this is the only way, and blah blah blah. Don't get stuck in one thing. Always try something out. Always try something new. I think that it's good to try new things, new techniques, because if something didn't work the first time, you can try a different method and see how that works and see how you get on, right? So yeah, I hope this was helpful and hope that you are open-minded to try something new out and like new techniques and explore different things. I think that will be enriching to your experience, you know, when you try doing things out. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to sign off now. I hope you enjoy this video. If you want to connect with me, you can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram name is blackxsrose. That's blackxsrose. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. I will see you in the next video.